And be sure to join me next week as I bring you more arts and more entertainment. I'm Melissa. I'll see you next time.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Member of Parliament-elect for West Grand Bahama and Bimini set to be sworn in at the next sitting of the House. Also, could the Margaritaville sailing be limited to a closed loop, excluding Bahamians from the journey? We have the latest. And despite recent shark encounters, a shark expert says Bahamian waters are safe. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Member of Parliament-elect Kingsley Smith set to be sworn in during the House of Assembly proceedings in the nation's capital at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Smith captured 57% of the electoral votes during the by-election, while F&M candidate Bishop Ricardo Grant received 33.89%, followed by Coalition of Independents leader Lincoln Bain with 8.1%, and Independents DeQuan Sween and Tennille Burrows collectively capturing less than 1%. Smith says he is humbled to represent the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency and looks forward to getting to work on behalf of the people.
Forward to represent West Grand Bahama and Bimini. It is a special moment. Not everybody have an opportunity to do so, so I'm excited to have this opportunity to represent the place that I call home. And many of my family and friends and people of the community. And so again, you know, I'm very excited that I have such an opportunity to do so.
Now, the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election was held on November 22nd due to the untimely death of the late Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting and Member of Parliament for the area, the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe, on September 25th. In other news, unconfirmed reports coming into our newsroom of Margaritaville at Sea possibly making some changes in the new year. According to close sources, travel from Grand Bahama into Palm Beach could soon be discontinued. But what does this mean for many Grand Bahamians who frequent this mode of travel? While this news triggering a wave of discontent among residents, our Ajakwan has their reaction tonight.
Imagine planning your family vacation for the new year, only to discover the ship that you intended to travel on is no longer accepting passengers embarking from Grand Bahama. Well, Margaritaville is said to be starting a closed-loop route from Port of Palm Beach, and the news is not sitting well with residents here on the island.
That is crazy. that didn't make any sense.
Residents calling it a slap in the face as unconfirmed reports swirl of Margaritaville not allowing embarkation from Grand Bahama starting January 2024. Well, according to sources, the popular cruise that offers sailing from West Palm Beach to Grand Bahama and allowed passengers to cruise and stay may no longer be offering that service. In fact, we are told that Margaritaville may now be considered a closed loop, which means that the trip begins and ends at the U.S. port. Well, one Grand Bahama resident emphasizes the reliance on the ship for cargo transportation.
That is our hub for our shopping, that's our hub for vacation, that's a hub for everything. And I understand that the other boat can't take as much, So I don't know, we're in a dilemma.
Other residents denouncing the discontinuation as an inconvenience, suggesting underlying prejudice in the decision-making process.
They only come here to make money. If the government don't give them the concessions what they want, they don't invest.
Do you think that this is an inconvenience to Bahamians?
Total inconvenience. It don't make any sense. I mean, in fact, I think that's prejudicial, I should say, to Bahamians.
One resident recently traveling on the ship says she simply did not know what was forthcoming.
I am not aware that the Margaritaville will not be accepting Bahamians, but I am aware that they will have a new ship sailing as of next year. Yes, it's supposed to be bigger and nicer, but I just sail on it to come home, and nothing of that.
Now, we reached out to Margaritaville at sea, but did not receive a response up to news time. Additionally, the cruise line has not released any statements or any changes on its website about moving to a closed-loop system. However, the discontent among residents is already spurring calls for government intervention.
I heard something about this, but I was saying the government's not going to allow this to happen.
I definitely believe it's a disservice to Bahamians, especially Grand Bahamians. There's a lot of persons here choose that go over to relax and spend it, basically have a good time before you go over there for whatever it is that you're going to the U.S. for. So I definitely don't agree with that. I would hope that the government will step in and try and rectify that.
Now, we also reached out to government officials who confirm that they will speak on the matter at a later time. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Adra Quant.
In other news, a recent shark encounter reportedly leaving one woman dead on Grand Bahama, and just last night in the nation's capital, a newlywed paddle boarding was bitten by a shark and died shortly after. The news making waves not just locally but internationally as well. Tonight, shark specialist Christina Zanato takes us inside the mind of a shark and breaks down the animal's thought process when encountering humans in the water. The shark specialist declares that Bahamian waters are safe. Here's more on that report.
Whatever is moving in the water, not recognized as a human, but recognized as something moving in the water, meets all the requirements to be considered a possible source of food.
Shark behavior expert Christina Zanato, residing on Grand Bahama, has spent 3 decades diving and developing a unique bond with sharks. Recent fatal shark encounters in the country, claiming the lives of 2 visitors, have sparked widespread local and international interest. However, Zanato says there is no cause for alarm concerning sharks in Bahamian waters.
We have over 40 species of sharks in the Bahamas, and 99.9% of the time, these sharks will see humans, will see movement, and will go, and they will do a check. I imagine them, I say jokingly, they go through a file folder. They'll go, oh, no, it doesn't match. And so they'll avoid the contact with the person in the water. And then unfortunately, on these extremely rare occasions, the shark might decide that it checks.
Those interactions occasionally lead to shark bites rather than full-fledged attacks, as clarified by Zanato. She highlights that certain species tend to be more inquisitive than others during these encounters.
And in that unique, rare occasion, the shark goes, I will bite this. I will test bite it and decide then yes or no. Attack makes it look like the shark is mean and is conniving, and we really don't need that for these animals. That one bite might be enough to unfortunately cause the demise of the person.
Additionally, she asserts that if sharks hunted humans, there would be 0 water activities in the Bahamas. But if you encounter sharks while enjoying a swim, here's what she says you should do.
But if you feel that that might be a shark, and literally it is a shark swimming in your proximity, I would say you're actually safe, because that means that animal has already recognize you as not something of importance. But the best part is to stay calm, relax, turn and face the animal. And make your presence known, make an eye contact. If you're close to a vessel, if you're close to the beach, go back to the vessel, go back to the beach if that makes you uncomfortable.
Well, a new development, Exquisite Catamaran Center, formerly known as Running Mon Marina, has become the newest attraction on the island. The holding company offers a number of services. Tonight, the CEO gives an update on this multi-million-dollar investment since opening its doors 1 year ago.
Exquisite Catamaran Center. That name has been making waves across Grand Bahama for months, with the new hottest restaurant in town and a world-class service center for boats. CEO Thomas Hamor making it clear that the company is here to stay and seeks to bring a refreshed luxury taste to Grand Bahama Island.
We were looking only for a small marina or a boatyard or something like that, but we found this place and we just fell in love with it and had the additional things which we never really planned in advance, was the hotel and restaurant and the whole opportunity, because this is an awesome place and we love it. The goal here obviously to bring our customers mostly are from the United States. Most our boat owners are there. So from Florida is just to hop over with our boats. So we're in a very good location.
Hamor says that they heavily invested in this new multi-million-dollar project, from remodeling the roof, the walls, and reconstructing docks. And with the former Running Mon Marina's closure for 3 years, he says that they spent up to $6 million in renovations.
We have, besides our own boat owners that we bring here for the marina, we get a lot of people, high net worth people that come charter our luxury yachts. That's one of the sources. And there aren't many real good restaurant options on the island. I mean, we only know probably 3, 4, 5 places. So and not many in this side of the island, mostly in Lukai area. So we were surprised how many local people supporting our restaurant. We got.
And as he welcomes the reception he has received since its opening, he believes that the company will grow even more once the new Grand Bahama International Airport opens, which will result in more flights coming into the island.
Even ourselves struggling because we travel a lot for business with the limited flights available and the limited options. Surely once the airport is going to be running, we'll be changing things for us and our customers as well.
Now, Hamor says that their new focus is to remodel the hotel rooms in an effort to bringing more life to the location. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Well, as temperatures begin to slightly fall, a local medical official is on high alert, raising alarm over a more virulent flu strain this year. In this report, he shares the symptoms and urges the public to exercise precautionary measures. Waylon Davis reports.
From coughing to fevers and the runny nose, primary care physician Dr. Leviticus Roll says he's been watching the trends and notes an uptick in the prevalence of patients presenting with flu-like illnesses in recent weeks.
And that is across the board, in the pediatric population, the adult population, even in senior citizens. So there's definitely been an uptick in cases presenting to emergency room, presenting to GPC clinics.
He highlights new developments in this strain, noting increased virulence and easier spread of symptoms.
Again, anecdotally, whereas the flu may have lasted 5 or 7 days, then I'm seeing patients now who are in day 10, day 12, say, Doc, I'm still down, I'm still coughing, I'm still having fever.
And while each patient is different, here are the common symptoms.
I think most Bahamians sort of have a pretty good understanding of what the flu is. And if you present with that constellation of signs and symptoms, cough, cold, fever chills, body aches, night sweats, headaches. I've seen many cases where a patient would come into office and present with signs and symptoms and suggestive of the flu, and then 4 or 5 days later, the rest of the family, the other 4 or 5 members of the household will come in with similar illnesses.
Now, medical officials have heightened concern for the extremes of age, emphasizing the vulnerability of the very young, elderly, and immunocompromised, and in essence, urges all to exercise caution.
Be aware of your surroundings. We sort of almost have to go back to COVID mentality. Wearing your mask, carrying your hand sanitizer. Particularly if you're a person in a high-risk category, and you would know if you were, and you're sitting next to somebody in church who's sneezing and coughing, then put some distance between you and them. If you're in the office setting and somebody is coughing and sneezing or comes in with a fever, then by all means try to avoid direct personal contact. And also, for persons who may be down with the flu, please, if you are feeling ill, if you're coughing, you're sneezing, having temperatures, please stay home, consult your physician, either in person or by phone. if your child is ill, please keep that child home and consult the pediatrician so that we can curtail the spread of this illness.
Dr. Roll says the healthcare system is performing fairly well in handling these cases, though he notes a cautious perspective on the potential of a local epidemic. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Reven Davis.
Well, in news from the police, officers at the Criminal Investigations Department want to question Vera Veronica DeVoe in connection with stealing by reason of service. DeVoe is a resident of Sergeant Major Drive. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, thin-built, weighing 150 to 175 pounds, dark brown eyes. Police warns that if spotted, approach with extreme caution and dial police emergency at 911. National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 1. Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9. And finally, Islanders can contact 242-300-8476. Well, the ZNS Northern Service team spreading some holiday cheer at a local school. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
For it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's Christmas time again, Grand Bahama, and that means more Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles 2-day 15% off store-wide sale. Come in this Friday, December 8th and Saturday, December 9th and save on your home or office renovations with our large stock of tiles and materials. Yes, materials included. It's our final 2-day year-end store-wide sale that you don't want to miss. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Season's greetings from Esquire's Men's Freeport. Store hours on Christmas Eve, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. to better serve you. Gift wrapping available on site. Visit Esquire's in the Lucayan Shopping Plaza or call 727-6367. It's a Rake and Scrape Christmas party Saturday, December 16th with the infamous Elon Moxie and Bimini boy Stevie S. It all goes down on Thackeray Street, Queens Highway, across from M&E Caterpillar. Super giveaways, bear and drink specials, music by DJ Governor, hosted by Daddy Steely. All brought to you by No Holds Bar and Lounge.
It's Christmas time again, Grand Bahama, and that means more Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles 2-day 15% off store-wide sale. Come in this Friday, December 8th and Saturday, December 9th and save on your home or office renovations with our large stock of tiles and materials. Yes, materials included. It's our final 2-day year-end store-wide sale that you don't want to miss. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Davis Roland. I am excited. You know why I'm excited? Because Grand Bahama is about to bounce back.
I am excited and committed to see Grand Bahama bounce back.
I've started from ground zero. I've weathered many storms. Grand Bahama will bounce back.
Hi, I'm Osmond Johnson, an attorney here in Grand Bahama, and I believe in Grand Bahama's overwhelming potential to bounce back.
Hey, I'm Darren Cooper. I could feel it, I could see it, and I'm excited about Grand Bahama's bounce back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Colley, and I am thrilled to be a part of Grand Bahama's future.
I can see it, I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. Hello everyone, I'm Joan Davis Roll, the host of a brand new and exciting show here on ZNS, The Bounce Back.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. As Christmas draws near, ZNS Northern Service recently took some time to spread holiday cheer to one local institution. The goal of the event was to remind kids of the reason for the season while also reminding them that they are loved and cared about. Shane Stubbs has that report.
The radio announcers at the ZNS Northern Service making a much-needed donation to the Beacon School. The initiative, spearheaded by Derek Stubbs, included a special ceremony in the center of the school grounds, featuring musical performances by the Cooling Waters. Stubbs and the staff at the Broadcasting Corporation also giving away Christmas toys to the students as a reminder of God's love shining on them during this special Christmas holiday.
You know, sometimes we complain, but we don't celebrate enough. And so definitely, I'm telling you, I came with the ZNS team now for about 2 months, and I'm just so impressed and elated to be working with Ms. Allison Smith, the Deputy Senior General Manager of the Northern Service, who welcomes the ideas and is willing to be on board for whatever we want to do. And so listen, all I need is the green light, and we're ready to go.
Senior Deputy Manager Allison Smith noting that the giveaway is a simple gesture of who and what the ZNS Northern Service is about, community involvement and engagement. She says Derek Stubbs and the radio announcers are gems that make up the Northern Service.
It was his first child, something that he had been dreaming about since he started with ZNS about 3 weeks ago. We wanted to do more, but due to some other challenges, you know, relocation, we decided we would come to the Beacon School and share some Christmas joy. Thank our sponsors, of course, and our donors, both locally and international, for making this a success.
And principal of the Beacon School, T.T. McKinsey Moss, sharing how the school was thrilled about the support from the community, which is always needed to show their students that they are truly loved.
It takes a village to raise a child. So if everyone come and do their part, we will ensure that our kids are successful and they do come into society and be productive. As we kick off the Christmas season, it's such a blessing for our kids to be treated with this wonderful gifts and the singing this morning. We're really grateful.
Once the gifts were given out, the kids were treated to treats courtesy of Frank's Ice Cream. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Well, the ancient Egyptian Arabic nobles of the Mystic Shrine, Prince Hall affiliated, hosted its Kaikuzaki 184's Oasis Weekend, which was deemed a major boost to the tourism economy. The three-day event welcomed a large contingent, according to Director of Tourism Development Corporation, Stephen Johnson, who was also a primer for another huge conference expected to take place in the country next year.
Putting heads in beds, and everybody can capitalize off this. We have the Imperial Potentate, who's a big guy in town of the Shriners, and so this is good. And also, we have a number of conferences. We have a big conference coming here in June of next year to Grand Bahama, which will bring some 500 to 600 Masons here, and also the Grand Masters Lodge coming in.
Well, the craft was excited to welcome Imperial Potentate Judge Eric Myers over the weekend, while also honoring past Potentate Leon Hepburn for his many contributions over the years. Proceeds from the event went to the Diabetes Association.
This is a great opportunity for myself and along with the organization to come in fellowship with the nobles and daughters here in the Bahamas. We serve approximately 240-some temples around the world.
We get to fraternize with nobles and daughters from throughout the United States and throughout the desert of the Bahamas, have fun, as well as donate to a charitable cause.
It's now time for your check on sports.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. High school volleyball season is officially in the books. Northern Bahamas Championships wrapped up this past weekend. Agape Christian out of Abaco won the senior girls title, while LIS won the senior boys title, thanks to head coach LaToy Williams and MVP Ethan Pace.
The year has definitely been a successful year. You know, the kids wanted it, so I just met them halfway, and they came out there and they practiced and they put in the time. and it's definitely evidence to say like practice makes close to perfect.
I know me and my team, we've been working really hard for this for the majority of the year. I mean, like Mr. Williams said, we've been working outside of school on the beach and just working on our teamwork and getting ourselves together and working as a unit.
This year's championship saw a number of teams from Abaco and Bimini compete. Deputy Director of Sports for the Northern Bahamas, Norris Bain, was impressed with the level of play from the visiting teams.
The athletes and the coaches from Abaco are looking forward to it. They love coming to Grand Bahama. They love this event. And they call real early in the school year asking if the event is going to happen. So it's going to be our responsibility to create that public-private partnership for our young people to get the corporate Bahamas to get involved and do some of the sponsorship to make sure that this event continues. And I definitely want to salute the coaches in Abaco, in particular Stephen Johnson at Agape, the coach over at Patrick Bethel. The coaches there are doing an amazing job. I would be bold enough to say that no junior national team should go to this country without visiting the island of Abaco. And the people of Abaco should be really, really proud of the performances that I've seen, that we have seen here in Grand Bahama by, in particular, the Agape Christian School and Patrick Bethel for what the job they've done here in Grand Bahama. The game is played the right way. You can see that the coaches are putting time and effort into it. And the coaches in Grand Bahama better step up, or next year they'll really be getting a beating from Abaco.
And finally in sports, Buddy Hield and the Indiana Pacers reached the semifinals of the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament with a 122-112 win over the Boston Celtics. Grand Bahamian sharpshooter Buddy Hield had a monster game, scoring 21 points in the contest, playing a total of 32 minutes. He also dished out 2 assists and grabbed 2 rebounds in the game for the Pacers, who improved their record to 11-8 on the season. The Pacers will face the winners of Tuesday's Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the New York Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Saturday, December 23rd.
What he do is the biggest boss in the biz. Ricky Rose.
At the Grand Bahama Sports Complex.
Biggest boss, and I've been a trip.
CTC, everybody wins live. 100 Gems and Fluid Factory present.
Black Bottle Boss, Ricky Rose.
Black Bottle Christmas.
December 23rd, Freeport, Bahamas, the biggest boss, Ricky Rose.
Get ready for Rick Ross.
We holding those Bel Air bottles up.
Live in concert.
This how you close the year out.
Also featuring Overdose and Friends.
This is international, worldwide.
Saturday, December 23rd, Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Gates open now.
I say 1212. Yo, what up? This your boy Rick Ross.
Larry Hoover. Tickets 50, General 90, Platinum 135. Available at every Fluid Factory location. Call 602-7751 or online at fluidfactory.com/Rick Ross. Sponsored by Bahamas Events Lab, Southern Bell Restaurant, Canoe, Go Hard Family, and Bundle Mall.
It's going down.
Get ready, Bahama. Take out your lighter. You heard the rumors, and the time is now. Saturday, December 16th. Burna Boy fans around the planet definitely won't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime party. The hottest global artists and one of the best voices of all time will be performing live in paradise in the Bahamas. For updates about the event, check out theforeignCurrencyPromotions.com or WhatsApp at 242-805-0390 or 242-809-1242 or email info@signatureproduction.net. Don't you miss it.
The season of travel, and Western Air has got you covered. Enjoy daily jet flights from Nassau to Fort Lauderdale and additional flight times to some of your favorite island destinations. got bags, we've got you. Your first check bag is free. Personal bag and carry-on included. Enjoy flexible ticket options with no change fees, cancellation fees, or penalties. Travel on your own time. Don't delay. Book now at WesternAirBahamas.com.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet. Let us put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
It's Christmas time again, Grand Bahama, and that means more Christmas savings at Grand Bahama Tiles 2-day 15% off store-wide sale. Come in this Friday, December 8th and Saturday, December 9th and save on your home or office renovations with our large stock of tiles and materials. Yes, materials included. It's our final 2-day year-end store-wide sale that you don't want to miss. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Patrick, a.k.a. Pitter-Patter Ferguson, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We hope you enjoyed your special day. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, temporary beach closure amid shark sightings. Downtown's renaissance takes shape. Bryland's persisting power and water woes. And in sports, Mingo's goal-oriented. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Shark sightings at Paradise Beach prompting Atlantis officials to temporarily close the area Tuesday morning out of precaution. And this only a day after a horrific shark attack killed a 44-year-old Lauren Erickson Van Ward, who was paddleboarding in waters off the Sandals Royals Bahamian Resort Monday. Michelle Lou Williamson, Atlantis' Senior Vice President of Marine and Water Park, spoke to the closure.
There was a shark sighting at one of our beaches, and this is just a part of our normal protocol that we do at Atlantis. When there is a sighting, we would typically bring the guests onto the beach, and then we monitor and make sure that there's no sharks in the area, and then we give the all clear for the guests to be able to get back in the water. So it was just a part of a regular protocol that we do at Atlantis to keep our guests safe.
Now, Lou Williamson, who could not confirm if the beach had reopened at the time of the interview, also responded to whether Monday's shark attack impacted the closure.
A heightened alert, right? I mean, you're dealing with nature and wildlife, and that's part of what our lifeguards do. The multiple lifeguards that we have, they just don't man the beaches. They also look out for wildlife.
Well, in the aftermath of Monday's tragedy, new revelations emerge. Local experts now suggest the victim's reaction to the shark may have played a pivotal role. This as the occurrence of shark attacks globally seems to be on the rise. Devontae Hanna takes it from there.
Within minutes, the news had made its way out of the islands of the Bahamas to the rest of the world. A 44-year-old newlywed woman from Boston, Massachusetts, had been fatally attacked by a shark in waters to the rear of Sandals Beach Resort, Cable Beach. While investigations into the matter rest in the hands of His Majesty's coroner, Bahamian marine conservation biologist Nikita Shield-Rowe says the American's demise could have very well been linked to her reaction.
So if you ever see a shark in full bite mode, you actually don't see their eyes. You just see the white of their eyes. So they are hunting based on vibrations. It is possible if someone was trying to kick their way back on top of a paddleboard to get back up, that would have created, the movement in the water that would have attracted a shark that maybe was passing by.
Shield-Rowe, with decades of experience in marine studies, says the country's shark population plays a pivotal role to the Bahamian economy, but believes the increase in shark attacks within this year alone can be seen as a direct result of the species' more frequent excursions.
Ministry of Tourism, I just said, we have 8 million people who came into the Bahamas this year. So as the number of tourists increase in our waters, then the odds are likely that the number of incidences may also increase. We have to increase our understanding of our relationship with sharks and the sharks that exist in our waters.
Just 2 weeks ago, a 47-year-old German woman went missing after an encounter with a shark in Grand Bahama. On Tuesday, police revealed their search efforts had proved not fruitful.
They did an extensive search of the area. Came up later to find that victim. At present, the search has been called off for that female victim.
Back in September of this year, a 58-year-old tourist was killed by sharks while snorkeling in the capital. So could this be a new reality, or should we not be alarmed?
And accidents happen, and I think it's important that every single person knows that if you stand under a coconut tree, the coconut can hit your head. If you go in the water, something in the water could sting or bite you.
According to international reports, there has only been 32 unprovoked shark attacks reported in the Bahamas since 1749. Globally, though, the odds of being killed by a shark is 1 in every 4.3 million people. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. In other news this evening, no water, no light. Still the fate of Harbour Island residents. And this despite last week's town hall meeting to address this very issue. In this report, LaDawn Davis tells us that the Prime Minister has now intervened to bring some relief.
Sitting in the dark, thirsty and unable to clean up after themselves due to electricity and water woes, the cry of Harbour Island residents for nearly 2 weeks. And that pressure, they say, is about to burst some serious pipes. It's an old age problem the residents honestly thought had been handled. Instead, they've been caught off guard, left wondering when a steady pressure of water would flow through those very same pipes.
We couldn't find water anywhere. I had spent about $70, I think. $70 plus on drinking water. I had to buy water from the store to take a bath so my kids can take a bath. We needed the water to clean up, to flush the toilet, to wash the dishes. Water's a necessity. We need water.
Yesterday the water was off all day, and they still at school for the children, and it's like over 300 children at the Harbour Island all age schools. And it's like even the preschool students from K4, they were in school. Something really needs to be done.
The water's not on yet. The light is very horrible. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be honest with you, they have to do something because we can't live without the water. We can't live without the electricity, and people got to go to work. They got their children. They got to wash right now. Your water situation and the light is really bad.
Being stuck, visitors are left scrambling, trying to find a spot to get basic necessities. Yet a monkey wrench had been thrown in their visit to paradise. A rather frustrated area member of Parliament and former executive chairman of the Water and Sewerage Corporation, Sylvanus Petty, told us early Tuesday morning he had been locked in talks with both heads responsible for water and electricity, but had yet to receive a response. Petty says he had a scheduled meeting with the Prime Minister today to iron out these issues once and for all. ZNS News also got a chance to speak to the Prime Minister on the issue.
Made some inquiries. I understand this. I've made some inquiries. I understand this as a result of bad fuel It's not a governance issue. It's just an issue of logistics. People not providing the proper fuel to the station, which causes problems to the engines. And we have to just address it. It can't continue to happen. We will ensure that they have proper fuel to their generators going forward. Bad fuel.
Still to come, calls for an F&M convention. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
Today, like every Christmas, they will join us at the family table. The aunt who photographs all the dishes. The cousin who's always late. The judgy couple. The niece who brings a new boyfriend every year. The bachelor who thinks he's still 20. And of course, the essential one. The one who brings the buckets. We all add something to make each Christmas as unique as the taste of KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This holiday season, join us for an island game Christmas Cashmas experience like no other.
Ho, 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 ho. It's that time of year again, and we have something extra special for you. We're giving away a blue gift box, and it's filled with magical surprises.
Santa and his gifts are ready to make your Christmas Cashmas dreams come true. Every day, a new surprise awaits. Thanks to our 12 days of Cashmas.
Here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra cheer. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Day. Friends we trust,
This Christmas, we invite you to celebrate the 12 days of Cashmas with us. Are you ready to unwrap the magic?
Quick, and you can win some awesome stuff at Mercy's Island Game. Yeah.
Parent and pediatrician, I know how important it is to keep our little ones up to date with their childhood immunizations. When your little ones are immunized, they have protection against diseases like measles, whooping cough, and polio, which has a treatment or cure. When the immunized child is exposed to the germs that cause these diseases, their immune system is prepared to fight immediately, preventing sickness and even death. Parents have been doing this for years to protect their children. Now it's your turn to keep your little ones safe.
Vaccines are essential for new and returning students. As you begin back-to-school preparations, ensure that your children's vaccinations are up to date. All vaccines are available at all public health clinics. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and
SHSS Electrical has relocated. You can now find them on Chesapeake Road in the former Minute Muffler building. There, you can pick up Square D switches, combos, breakers, and breaker panels, plus all the electrical wires you need. Want meter cans, LED bulbs, and ceiling fans? You can find it all at SHSS Electrical.
Need a DNA test to find out if someone is your father, your child, or your grandparent? Call DNA Direct at 324-0665. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. Now you can prove that you are or are not related to an individual easily. Call DNA Direct 324-0665.
Coco Plum Wellness is the #1 place you should go for colonics treatment. They have the only hydrotherapy open system in the Bahamas. This 45-minute session detoxifies the colon, getting rid of unwanted toxins, gas, and mucus. These sessions result in weight loss, improved skin, and a healthier colon. Book your appointment by dialing 445-8111.
The Free National Movement has been doing some soul-searching following its defeat in the November 22nd West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election. The opposition has held several meetings to discuss the loss and the way forward, but according to F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands, this does not include a soon-to-come convention.
Constitutionally, conventions are to be held in the Free National Movement every 2 years. The last convention was held in 2022, and so we are due for a convention next year. And convention should be held in October of the year of convention. So the Central Council, as the second highest body, shy of convention, has the ability to alter the timing with the concurrence of a significant majority of the delegates of the Central Council.
Despite requests, Sands remains adamant that as far as he's aware, there's no planned party convention in the immediate future.
We are not actively engaged in planning a convention, so there will be no convention in December or January or February. Beyond that, I can't say anything more.
Still on politics, the House of Assembly to welcome its newest member, West Grand Bahama and Bimini MP-elect Kingsley Smith, will take the oath and eventually his seat in the lower chamber. As this new chapter begins, our Corval Pyfrom speaks with the House of Assembly's Chief Clerk about tradition, procedure, and responsibility in this most sacred place.
When you listen to Chief Clerk David Forbes speak, you quickly realize this is more than just simply a lesson on parliamentary procedures and practices.
We're on a journey. We're on a national journey. And every time you turn a corner, it must be for better. But that's only going to happen if the general public is very much a part of the discussion. And they cannot be a part of the discussion if they don't understand the subject that they're talking about.
As this Hallows institution's de facto gatekeeper, Forbes is its chief historian, its archivist, its curator even. Its traditions, its evolution, its existence, he holds all sacred. Yes, our parliament has its challenges, like these institutions do the world over. Forbes hopes through the enforcement of the Parliamentary Services Act, which aims to give the legislative branch autonomy, the parliament will begin a new era.
I think the more people get to understand the way the government function, you will find a greater participatory impact from the public when it comes to our democracy.
Forbes has been at this place in one capacity or another for more than 4 decades. One of the things he says he finds most disturbing is the appalling lack of knowledge of our citizenry of the way this place works. It's a massive undertaking, but he's committed to launching an aggressive education campaign to ensure that all of us know more.
Democracy isn't something that a few people practice. It's something that the entire country practices together. And we have a lot more power than we realize that we have.
And to those naysayers, or even those who've become disillusioned, discouraged, dismayed, or even detached from the process, those who think this place has become just somewhere for those seeking self-aggrandizement to come to make a name for themselves, Forbes assures our parliament, even with its shortcomings, remains honorable, effective, and relevant.
You'll find that Parliament tend to right itself. You'll find that they take action against their own members if they feel they're bringing the institution into disrepute. You'll find that the Parliament collective will get up and try and set things back in order. And that is what sustains your democracy.
Forbes is very proud of our parliament, and rightfully so. It has withstood the test of time, and some of those times have been challenging, to say the least. From the era of the pirates to the abolition of slavery to majority rule and later to independence. No other institution comes close to our parliament's uninterrupted longevity. 294 years and counting. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
In economic news, the overall deficit narrowed by $101.8 million, or 26.4%, to $283.7 million compared to the previous budget period. This according to the Central Bank's quarterly economic review for September, released just today. Contributing to this outturn was an $85.3 million, or a 7.4% reduction in total expenditure, combined with a $16.5 million, or 2.2% growth in aggregate revenue to $776.8 million. Domestic consumer price inflation slowed during the third quarter. That figure now stands at 4.4% during the 12 months to August, from 4.9% the period prior. Tax receipts, which represented 84.3% of total revenue, grew by $55.2 million to $654.9 million. Of particular note, increases in gaming and excise taxes, as well as business license fees, with shortfalls in marine license, motor vehicle property, company customs, and other import taxes. Additionally, construction sector activity sustained through new and ongoing varied-scale foreign investment projects. Well, as the reopening of the new British Colonial Hotel draws near, its general manager is forecasting a rosy outlook for downtown Nassau. The hotel's return could even help accelerate that district's rejuvenation. Corvell Pyfrom has that story.
More records broken in tourism as this week the country announces more than 8 million air and sea arrivals for the year, topping last year's numbers and shattering all existing pre-pandemic records. The country is back, but downtown Nassau still has some catching up to do. Dan McDermott, the general manager at the British Colonial Hotel, which is gearing up to reopen its doors in just days, says the property's return is a perfect opportunity in the renaissance of downtown.
I think downtown is really needs this property open, and I think once it gets open, some of these operating hours that you may have seen shrinking since COVID, you'll start to see everybody start opening up later and later, because all of a sudden you have the three properties that are now able to support those operating hours being extended on some of the restaurants and different shops and everything else that seem to be closing a little bit earlier than I think everybody wants.
Formerly under the Hilton brand, the new British Colonial will now be the third layer in the trifecta, along with Margaritaville and one particular harbor, all making up the Point properties. McDermott, who practically grew up in the hospitality business, forecasts this arrangement having a positive impact on business in the city center.
People can't wait for this property to get open, and I think downtown needs a catalyst, and I can see a lot of work already ongoing. And I see a lot of effort already working towards downtown. And I think downtown was and will be a great place for guests as they come into Nassau.
He also says guests arriving at the Nassau cruise port are in for quite a treat.
I think the timing couldn't be more perfect to get British Colonial back open, because we've added a new boardwalk which connects back behind the cruise port. So our guests will be able to kind of take a shortcut, so to speak, down to the port, and then guests coming in off the cruise ships have an opportunity to kind of go a little bit of a shortcut if they want to.
Training of staff is ongoing while work to the grounds and back of the house continue ahead of the hotel's December 18th soft opening. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Well, it doesn't get much better than the British Colonial's backdrop, that of cruise liners. And speaking of which, cruise ship industry experts, emergency service providers, as well as government and U.S. Embassy officials recently met aboard the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas to focus on passenger arrest, U.S. Coast Guard evacuation and rescues, medical emergencies, and cruise passenger death during the first cruise ship Symposium. Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, the UP's men's soccer team in action once again. Details on how they did just ahead in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, pay more, stream more with BTC.
Christmas has arrived here at our BTC Mall and Marathon retail store, where customers took part in our Christmas experience, spun the wheel to win great prizes, signed up for great offers and other amazing deals, all courtesy of BTC. What a fun-filled day it was for both our BTC team and our customers.
I can't help but dance because here at BTC at the Mall at Marathon, Christmas is on us. So far for the day, BTC has done our community work. And when I say community work, the Elevate Pop Band has been here. It's a teen band giving that whole Christmas feeling. And we have Vita Coco here. We had Commonwealth Brewery Limited with the Vita Malts. And so people have been enjoying themselves. You're hearing the sound of Ebony and Friends in the background. Christmas has begun because Christmas is on us here at BTC.
Christmas is definitely on BTC. We've actually launched our Christmas campaign and we are so excited. We're giving away over $100,000 in prizes this Christmas. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. We're giving away our grand prize, a 2024. We're talking about a Kia Sonic. We're giving away everything. We're talking about John Bull vouchers, Rubis vouchers, Amazon gift cards. We're giving everything away this Christmas at BTC. Come on down to any BTC location and join in the fun. Christmas is on BTC.
Christmas is here at BTC's Mall at Marathon retail store, so make sure you come on by to experience it all. Happy holidays to all of you from the network that's faster, stronger, more reliable together. BTC Unstoppable. Be well and be back here next. BTC Connection.
Fiber is here. Sign up today at btcbahamas.com.
Get ready to jingle all the way to Christmas with Fidelity's festive giveaway with over $10,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Apply for a loan or open an ASUS savings account for a chance to win big. Visit any of our branches for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Vaccines are essential for new and returning students. Vaccines also protect fellow students, teachers, staff, and other members of the community from serious illnesses and even death. As you begin your back-to-school preparations, ensure that your children's vaccinations are up to date. All vaccines are available at all public health clinics. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and USAID.
This next story, a real treat. Welcome to the sweetest place on Bay. A ribbon cutting last evening for downtown's newest edition, offering all things sugar. Our Lloyd Allen joins us in studio with more. Good evening, Lloyd.
Good evening, Makusha, and of course, good evening, Bahamas. It was a sweet treat last evening with Prime Minister Davis applauding the owners for their vision in launching I Dream of Sugar.
You know, the best part of my job as Prime Minister is the opportunity to meet Bahamians right where they are, in the midst of their dreams, their hard work, and their triumphs.
The Prime Minister going on to thank those who provided the financial support to turn a dream into a sugar-coated reality, while also stressing its expected impact on the bustling downtown district.
As we celebrate the opening of iDream of Sugar and the Sugar Rush launch, let's remember that this is more than just a single event. It's a step towards a future where Bahamian entrepreneurship is the cornerstone of our economy, where our cultural and creative energy drives us forward.
So the grand opening of iDream of Sugar bringing in many locals, but also optimism for the downtown community.
We wanted to do our part to help transform downtown Nassau for the experience for our visitors and locals alike.
General Manager Raymond Bethel says the sugar is in the details.
iDream of Sugar was a project that was actually 2 years in the making in the planning stages. Everything that you see inside of this store was strategically staged. The vision for this store was we wanted to bring a product to the downtown area where it was not the same old retail environment. It was more of a destination experience. We wanted to make sure a lot of the local proprietors get a chance to showcase their products. So we partnered with several Bahamian companies, about 5 or 6 of them. So we actually showcased some of their products.
The event proving to be more than just a grand opening, but a celebration of Bahamian entrepreneurship in a family-friendly environment. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Oh, thanks, Lloyd. Meantime, leaders and pace setters across the Bahamas and the global community honored as the newest University of the Bahamas distinguished alumni. Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder bestowed with the inaugural UB Lifetime Achievement Award, and veteran financial services professional Kenwood Kerr was inducted into the Hall of Fame. 6 other grads were also hailed as emerging leaders, trailblazers, and outstanding alumni at a ceremony this past weekend. The UB alumni honorees were Chief Executive Officer of Oak Tree Medical Center, Christy DeVoe, Executive Director of the Lyford Key Foundation, Nicola Virgil Rowe, partner at Deloitte Lawrence Lewis, Professor of Mathematics Dr. Ruth May Sears, former journalist and PR consultant Kyle Joaquin, and Program Associate at Templeton Religion Trust, Deandra Cartwright. Expressing his gratitude, Kerr shared heartfelt recollections and called UB an incubator of human potential. He also paid homage to his cohorts.
We were friends, competitors, supporters, and we collectively pushed and pulled each other along, even up to this day. For that reason, in my view, members of the class of 1983 are, in so many respects, equally a part of this honor, and I'm compelled to share the credit with them. Let me just say, we had the first female accounting manager, first ophthalmic surgeon, first neurosurgeon, first manager of Atlantis, first investment manager, we had first in National Trust. We had everything.
Sir Ian Winder also humbled by the honor of receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award.
The then College of the Bahamas prepared me well in the transition from high school to higher learning and career building. It eventually focused me towards the path my life would ultimately take. I think more importantly though, it taught me lasting lessons about finding balance in life. We were required to work hard to survive, but still find time to play and engage in the extracurricular activities on campus.
Officials have come up with a way to boost agriculture, and they're using schools across the country to get the job done. It all starts with equipping 15 junior and high schools with farming materials, seedlings, and equipment. According to Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, each school will receive $2,500, a total investment of $37,500. Schools benefiting from the first round of the initiative are D.W. Davis, L.W. Young, S.C. McPherson, C.H. Reeves, Anatole Rogers, C.I. Gibson, C.V. Bethel, Government High, R.M. Bailey, Central Andros, Central Eleuthera, North Long Island, 8 Mile Rock and Arthurstown, and San Salvador High School.
Agriculture should always be an academic discipline in our schools because it is fundamental to our survival. This initiative not only promotes hands-on learning and practical skills for students, but also encourages sustainable agricultural practices from a young age. By supporting these programs, the ministry is helping to create a generation of environmentally conscious individuals. We hope that this will help to educate students about agriculture, promote self-sustainability, and foster an overall connection to the environment.
Pulling in the younger generation is vital to keeping the aging agriculture sector going, but according to the minister, the school farming initiative is not just focused on hands-on learning experiences, but about fostering long-lasting benefits for students and communities.
They also help students to develop survival skills such as problem solving, teamwork, and responsibility. Additionally, these programs can contribute to the country's food security by encouraging local food production and reducing our reliance on imported goods. Now, it can also create opportunities for students to grow their own fruits and vegetables, which helps to foster healthy eating habits. By donating to schools around the Bahamas, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is investing in the future of agriculture and empowering young people to become active participants in sustainable food production.
The minister went on to urge parents to encourage their children, seeing it as a potential career.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
With the season of giving already among us, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is treating 15 schools across the country to farming materials, seedlings, and other equipment to enhance their agricultural programs just in time for the holidays. It's all a part of the ministry's National School Farming Initiative.
Each school will receive $2,500, which equates to a total investment of $37,500. The schools that will benefit from this first round of the initiative are as follows: Donald Davis, L.W. Young, S.C. McPherson, C.H. Reeves, Anatole Rogers, C.I. Gibson, C.V. Bethel, Government High School, R.M. Bailey, Central Andress, Central Eleuthera, North Long Island, 8 Mile Rock High School, Arthurstown High School, and San Salvador High School.
Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell adds that he hopes this initiative will help in educating students about agriculture, promote sustainability, and foster an overall connection with the environment.
Agriculture should always be an academic discipline in our schools because it is fundamental to our survival. This initiative not only promotes hands-on learning and practical skills for students, but also encourages sustainable agricultural practices from a young age. By supporting these programs, the ministry is helping to create a generation of environmentally conscious individuals.
The Ministry of Education's Education Officer for the Agriculture Program, Patrice Green, expresses her gratitude for these generous donations.
On behalf of the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Education and Training, I wish to thank the Minister for this generous donation. I am sure our Minister of Education, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, our Director of Education, Mrs. Dominique Russell, and our Deputy Director for Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Therese Curry, are extremely happy for this donation. It will go a long way.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Jingle all the way around the world
world with Shell this Christmas. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location now through January 5th. Enter now to win 2 round-trip tickets to the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills game, or see the world with a $5,000 travel voucher. Weekly winners will be selected to win thousands of dollars in free fuel, grocery, and many more fabulous prizes. Fuel up and get your receipt for a chance to win with Shell now through January 5th, 2024.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
The Red Cross is hoping we all dig a little deeper this holiday season and give. The nonprofit organization, like so many, has struggled with fundraising, and donations have still not returned to pre-pandemic levels. Even amid trying times, the Red Cross continues to help many in the country through its various outreach programs nationwide. Director General Alicia Pinder urges the public to give where they can.
The need, of course, is always before us, simply because, and I've said it before, the pandemic years did not afford us opportunities to have our regular fundraisers. And so our financial position coming out of that, we were operating somewhat in a deficit, simply because our programs never stopped. Our needs never stopped. The Red Cross cannot stop. And so even though there was a bit of a financial setback for the whole country, maybe indeed the world, we still had to continue because the communities, the vulnerables in our communities needed us.
Management and staff at Sandilands Rehabilitation Center warmly embraced Governor General Her Excellency Cynthia Pratt yesterday during the head of state's annual Christmas visit there. Her Excellency encouraged several patients with words of wisdom, signed the visitor's book, and listened to the center's choir, as well as tributes in her honor from Sandilands staff members. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, officially welcomed the Governor General to a place she calls home.
It's so fitting that you're here in the Yuletide season, where there is much love and affection that is displayed throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But I can say that you're no stranger to this institution. You have graced this institution with your warm presence on many occasions.
The Governor General implored Sandilands and the Public Hospitals Authority to show love this Yuletide season, especially to those who need it the most.
The tender interaction of radiant smiles I encountered while I have served is compelling evidence that those who dedicate their lives to the noble cause of healthcare, assistance, and hope truly shine as luminous stars within the realms of the healing profession.
It's an annual tradition for Foxhillians. Scores of residents turning out last evening for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. An evening of carols, music, and enlightenment bringing merriment and holiday cheer. The large Christmas tree adorned with lights and colorful ornaments, now the centerpiece of Freedom Park, Fox Hill. Sandilands Primary School and the Urban Renewal Band on hand to make the event that more festive.
December, we try and dissolve all of that and bring the community together. So anybody's welcome to come join in the music and the songs. You know, Fox Hill, like Gambier and Adelaide, has retained its the distinction of being a village. If you want to spread news in Fox Hill, you just have to get to the churches before 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and the news gets around. So it's that character that I'm trying to reinforce, that we don't lose that characteristic, and that the kids identify with it as they grow up, and that it continues to be a unique feature of New Providence.
Reverend J. Carl Ramming among those turning out.
I'm excited about it, and I think everyone seems to be seems to get that Christmas spirit, you know. When I say the Christmas spirit, I'm not talking about the beating of the drums and the shaking of the cowbells. I'm talking about the Christmas spirit in terms of understanding and appreciate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Well, last week we introduced you to our musical treat Christmas as ZNS Digital launched its Christmas Song Showdown, pitting well-known Christmas songs against each other to see which song comes out on top. Half of the first round is complete, and it was Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You beating out the Temptations' Silent Night. Ariana Grande's Santa Tell Me also moving on over Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. Mariah Carey's Oh Holy Night into round two as well, winning over Mary Did You Know by Pentatonics. Up next in round two will be a matchup with Bing Crosby's White Christmas, which beat out I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5. Now you can continue to log on to our X and Facebook pages to cast your vote for your favorite Christmas song and predict the outcome. The competition ends when the bracket is complete and a winner is crowned. Good luck.
Everywhere you go.
Now there's a tree in the ground.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations could protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Ministry of Tourism set to launch its Host a Guest initiative in January, aimed at encouraging vacation rentals and getting more Bahamians to make their homes available to guests. On the heels of the Bahamas hitting 8 million tourist arrivals with more potential for growth, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, says the country is constrained only by its capacity to accommodate tourists due to limited room inventory.
Firstly, we are focused on increasing the number of rooms that we have in the country. If we're able to increase our capacity, this will bring more tourists to our shores. As a result of their spending in the economy, the government will get its taxes by way of VAT, departure taxes, etc. But the reality is we want to continue the momentum, increase our stopover arrivals, and therefore inject money directly into many of the communities across the country.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. Mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperature just around 73 degrees. Relative humidity 83%. We have northwest winds at 1 mile per hour. Very light wind conditions. The barometric pressure 1,017.0 millibars. That is 30.04 inches. And your temperatures around the family of islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 72 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Toll, Key and Abaco, Marshall, Abaco at 74 degrees. The Berry Island, 77. Allenstown, Bimini, 82. 78 degrees in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 74. 74 also in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space on Andros, 73. Black Point, Exuma, 73. 75 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, and Georgetown, Exuma. Picking up some 77s in Ragged Island, Cloudstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 76. Ackland, 76. Mattytown, Inagua, a little warm at 81 degrees. Also, the Turks and Caicos Islands reporting 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. For all areas, light and variable winds tonight. Flat seas, they're going to be around 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. Low tide takes place at 8:06. And then tomorrow, for all areas, we will have a northwest component. The winds will be increasing, by the way. 12 to 18 knots, wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags go up for boaters throughout the 700 islands tomorrow. Low tide takes place at 8:26 in the morning with high tide at 2:26 tomorrow afternoon. And as we take you into Thursday, for all areas, those winds rotate clockwise, becoming northeast, maintaining that 12 to 18 knot speed. Wave heights unchanged at 3 to 6 feet, meaning that the caution flags will remain in place through Thursday. Low tide on Thursday, 9:23 in the morning, with a high tide at 3:16 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your international extended weather forecast, pardon me, is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
This is ZNS Total Sports. ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall with the University of the Bahamas men's soccer team taking on the other top team in the Bahamas Football Association, the Western Warriors. Now, first half, Mingos had several missed opportunities to score on a very close shot on goal that seemed to rebound around the goal line and then a penalty kick outside the box as well. Now, the half ended with a 0-0 tie. Mingos midfielder Peter Gilmas in the 46th minute, though, he comes out on a kick from Junior Kelly, controlled the ball and fired it right through the Warriors' keeper's legs for the goal. Warriors would answer back with a goal of their own in the 51st minute. That ties things up. Both sides had several opportunities to score after that, but the match ends in a 1-1 tie there. The Mingos wanted all 3 points for a win, though. Mingos' lone scorer, Peter Gilmas.
I guess my striker instinct just kicked in. I saw the ball up in there, I went for it. And it was a 50-50, I won the ball, and then I just want to get a shot on target. And when I got a shot on target, luckily it went in between the keeper's leg and I scored a goal. I think all the boys know that, like, between us and, like, we know that, like, we are, like, if not per se, like, as humbly possible, like, we are the best team in this league, you know? And, like, going against any opponent, we look forward to get all 3 points. And unfortunately tonight we were unable to get it. It was a great opponent, first and second going up against it, but we feel like as a though we could get all 3 points. I guess it's just the boys not coming out to practice, including myself. It's just go back to the training ground. Like, coach always give us specific instructions that's aligned with us, like, to win. We just got to go to practice and follow coach's plan.
Now, one game played in the New Providence Basketball Association last night. Discount Distributors Rockets in the green, taking on the TMT Warriors in Division I action. Rockets putting 5 players in double figures, led by Giorgio Walks. He had 16. They go on for the win, 69-62. Roosevelt Wiley and Ryan Turncrest with 12 points each as well for the Rockets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, Donovan Dean, he led the way with 15. Veteran Mark Hanna added 10 in the loss. Buddy Hield, the Indiana Pacers in action last night versus the Boston Celtics. This is the quarterfinals of the NBA's in-season tournament. Celtics, they would lead 24-22 at the end of the first quarter, but the Pacers, not to be denied, they come on strong in the third quarter after trailing 56-48 at the half. They would build to a 85-74 lead before holding on for the 122-112 win. Buddy would have himself a good night, 21 points in 31 minutes played, including 4 of 6 from downtown. Pacers now await the winner of the Bucks-Knicks game, which is set for tonight. And from golf, the Heroes Golf Tournament featuring golf legend Tiger Woods is now history. The tournament wrapped up over the weekend at the Albany Golf Course. The 4-day tournament won by American Scotty Scheffler, who shot 20 under par. Sepp Straka was second at 17 under. Justin Thomas third at 16 under par. Woods, making a return from injury, was 18th overall, shooting even par for the 4 days. And that's it. You look at sports on this Tuesday. Our Tuesday weather is just ahead. Stay with us.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. This is ZNS Total Sports.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family, join the family. your family guardian.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us.
Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles.
And get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag.
Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more.
Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas
with over $100,000 in prizes.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Hello?
Hey, girl. What you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey, girl. Everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl. Everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a frontal boundary heading our way, which promises to bring some change in temperatures over the next couple of days. We can see on our forecast map that frontal boundary is expected to be south of New Providence by tomorrow. It will move into the northwest Bahamas late tonight and could trigger 1 or 2 passing showers late tonight or during the early morning hours. But behind that, a nice little cool down will take place for a couple of days. Satellite pictures showing a bit of clouds over South Florida, making its way into the northwest Bahamas associated with that frontal system. The forecast for tonight calls for partly cloudy conditions with a couple of showers developing late tonight along that frontal boundary. Low temperature just around 72 degrees. And tomorrow we're looking at breezy, less humid with periods of clouds and sunshine. 79 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow. And the extended weather forecast looking like this. We're going to see some 60s, 66 degrees tomorrow night. 68 on Thursday, and then things start to warm up just slightly as we head into the weekend. We'll see some low 70s during the weekend and back into the 80s in the daytime, but that will change too. We have a secondary front that is expected to go through on Monday late. That will bring with it some showers, possibly some thunderstorms on Monday, but behind that, we will see a nice cool down again with temperatures heading back into the 60s. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil, and that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
What a moving homegoing celebration that was.